Alright, so today we're going to be talking about exhaust gaskets. We're going to be talking about making your own. Keep in mind I got to Dremel mine a little bit bigger on the D. But why we do this? Because this copper gasket basically maybe need a little ultra thin layer on either side, but this is going to be reusable. Where these stock ones, as you can tell, if you ever taken them off, they kind of fall apart because they kind of have these little bits. You can kind of see right here, all those little spots. They stick up and then they smear the compound to flatten it all out. But then if you ever lose any of that compound or taking it off, sticking, whatever, rubbing, you end up going to have an exhaust leak. So I'm going to show you guys how to make your own copper gasket, and it's going to be reusable and you're never going to have to worry. All right. Remember, save the glasses. Don't have to be perfect. And then we're just going to take a pair of pliers. Ooh. Camera's still set up there. I'm just going to get a pair of pliers, maybe 2 sets of needle nose, whatever I can find. So we're just going to work it back and forth, and then once we get pretty close to flat, we'll just take it over to the press. I'm just going to take my heat plates off and we'll be back in a minute. I'll show you pressing it. So I just traced out my gasket. Take some shears. Big strong man hands. Shears are kind of a little dull here, but if you got dull ones, probably want to sharpen them up. Just cut that straight across. Do the rest on the sander. Basically just want to remove the black lines, but some of it can be done on the sander. Clean it up. So then I'm going to sand it. I'll grab the Dremel, I'll cut this out, I'll drill the holes out, then we'll have a copper gasket. Then I'll take it to the press, make sure it's nice and flat, right? And once it's nice and flat, a little copper on the either end, the copper gasket sealing material. Then I'll have a gasket I can reuse every time over and over again. It doesn't matter. It's not going to come apart like these cheap ones.
So it could be hard to see, but if you look very closely, it's not flat.
So we're just going to press it out right now. And very simple. Simply just press it with a couple tons. And then you look at it from the side, it should be perfectly flat through the gap of the 2 plates. I'll shine a light from this side. As long as no light comes from above or underneath and only from the sides, you know it's flat. So just hit it with a couple tons.
It's nice and flat now. I'll hit it with a couple more tons and I'll just leave it for a bit. I'll come back. I got about 4 or 5 tons on there. Let it sit for a while and I'll flip it over to the other way, make sure it's all nice and flat. I'll come back. Alright, so I left it for a few minutes, flipped it over, went and hit the bong for a bit, came back, and now we'll just let it go. You can tell it's nice and flat now.
I'll take it all the way up because I got to put my heat plates back on. That's good. Perfectly flat. It's not standing up at all. So when I torque it down, it'll be nice and flat. Hit it with some emery cloth. Probably put a little bit of ultra copper on there. All right, till next time, make sure to like and subscribe, guys. We'll make a video every day showing you guys some tips and tricks. Please share this channel, trying to get it going, and yeah, take care till next time, guys.